All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about something called search engine optimization, or SEO. And to really get our heads around it, we're going to use a pretty simple but powerful idea. What if your website wasn't just a website, but it was your digital home? You know that feeling, right? It's the question that drives so many of us crazy. You pour your heart into building something amazing, you hit that launch button, and then silence. It's like you've built this gorgeous house, but it's hidden away in a forest somewhere, with no roads, no signs, nothing to lead people to it.
And that is exactly where SEO comes in. It's not some kind of mystical, dark art. It's the blueprint for your house. It's the street address, the big welcoming sign out front, and the path leading right to your door. SEO is how you take that hidden house and turn it into a home that everyone in the neighborhood wants to visit. So let's grab our hard hats and start building.
So where do we start? Well, just like any good house, it all begins with a solid foundation. You wouldn't worry about what color to paint the walls before the concrete is even poured, right? Same thing here. For your website, that all-important structure, well, that's your technical SEO.
I love this phrase, invisible scaffolding. It's the perfect way to picture it. Technical SEO is all the nitty-gritty stuff that happens behind the scenes on your site. Your visitors might never see it, but you better believe search engines like Google do. This scaffolding is what lets them explore, understand, and organize your content. Without it, you could have the most beautifully designed website in the world, and it would still be totally lost.
Okay, so this foundation, it's really built on 4 main pillars. First, page speed. Why? Because nobody, and I mean nobody, especially not Google, likes a slow-loading website. Next up, mobile optimization. This one's so huge, we're going to come right back to it. Then you've got crawlability, which is just a fancy way of saying you need to make it super easy for search engine robots to look around your site without getting stuck. And finally, HTTPS encryption. You know that little padlock icon in the address bar? That's a huge signal of trust and security, and Google absolutely rewards it.
And listen, I really want to double down on that mobile point. It is not optional anymore. Google literally uses something called mobile-first indexing. In plain English, that means Google's judgment of your mobile site is what primarily determines your rank. So if your site looks amazing on a big desktop screen, but is a complete mess on a phone, then your whole foundation is built on quicksand.
Okay, our foundation is poured, it's solid. Now for the really fun part, actually furnishing the home. This is all about your content and your keywords. You know, the stuff that actually makes people want to come inside, look around, and maybe stay for a while.
This right here, this is the heart of all modern SEO. Seriously, it's not about trying to outsmart a robot or trick an algorithm. It's about understanding what people are actually looking for, what we call searcher intent. Just think about it. Every time you type something into Google, it's because you have a question or a need. Your job as a website owner is to provide the absolute best answer to that question, because that's Google's goal too.
And to do that well, you need a keyword blueprint. First, you've got to find the exact words and phrases your audience is using. And the real gold is in what we call long-tail keywords. So instead of just SEO, you're going for something way more specific like best SEO tips for a new coffee shop. See the difference? These are less competitive and attract people who know what they want. Next, you peek at what your competition is doing. And finally, you weave those keywords into your writing naturally. Keyword stuffing is a thing of the past. Don't do it.
Now, this whole idea of what's inside your house versus its reputation outside brings up a really important concept. There's on-page SEO, that's everything you control inside your digital home, the content, the headlines, all that good stuff. And then there's off-page SEO, which is all about your home's reputation out in the digital neighborhood.
So let's talk about a few of those inside-the-house things you can do. Your meta tags, think of those as the little ad for your web page that shows up in the search results. You want to make it irresistible to click. Then there are your URLs. Keeping them clean and descriptive helps everyone, both humans and robots, know what the page is about before they even get there. And internal linking. That's just creating links between the pages on your own site. It's like building hallways that guide visitors in Google through your home.
All right, our digital home is looking great on the inside. But what about the outside? How do people in the neighborhood see us? We don't just want to be another house on the street. We want to be the landmark, the one everyone points to and recommends. That's off-page SEO.
Basically, off-page SEO is all the stuff you do that's not on your website. It's all about building your authority, your credibility, and your trust across the wider internet. It's kind of like digital word of mouth.
And the single most powerful factor here is backlinks. Think of it like this.
Every time a trusted, high-quality website links to your content, it's like a respected expert pointing at your house and telling everyone, hey, you should really check this place out. They know what they're talking about. It's a massive vote of confidence, and Google pays very close attention to those votes.
So, foundation's set, the house is furnished, we've got a great reputation. We're done, right? Nope, not even close. Just like a real home, a website needs constant maintenance and improvement. You can't just build it and walk away.
I think one of our sources really hits the nail on the head here. SEO isn't a project with an end date. It's an ongoing process. And that's because the digital neighborhood is always changing. Google updates its algorithm, new competitors move in, what people are searching for evolves. You have to keep tending to your digital home to keep it in great shape.
Now, the good news is you're not just guessing here. There are some incredible tools that act like your home inspection kit. Google Analytics and Google Search Console are the absolute must-haves, and they're free. They'll show you who's visiting your home and how they're finding it. And when you're ready to get serious, tools like SEMrush or Ahrefs can give you an almost unfair advantage by showing you exactly what your competitors are up to.
So, at the end of the day, it really comes down to this. When you put it all together, that strong technical foundation, the valuable, helpful content inside, and a great reputation in the neighborhood, you build a digital home that's made of brick. It's built to last. But if you cut corners on any one of those things, you might just be building a house of cards, ready to fall over with the next gust of wind or the next Google update. The only question left is, what kind of home are you building?